Hello and welcome guys to this module 3 of this course. In this particular module, we will have a look at PVSyst software. Well, many of you who are already into solar designing or have done some kind of solar designs might have heard about this software. You might even have seen some PVSyst reports. Well, what are all these? Today, we will look at PVSyst in detail and understand what PVSyst exactly is. Basically, PVSyst is a solar simulation software. Whenever we design a solar plant, the most important factor that we are concerned about is how much will my solar plant produce? How much energy will my solar plant generate per month, annually, and even in some cases I am interested to know how much it will produce per day. So how do I find that out? Well, I can use thumb rules which say that a typical solar plant can produce anywhere from 4 units to 4.5 units a day, but these thumb rules are not very accurate. The amount of energy that your solar plant generates depends on variety of factors like the tilt of your modules, the orientation of your panels, what component you are selecting, and so on. To model in all these parameters, we need to use some kind of solar software which can accurately model all these intricacies and give you or give us the best results. And PVSyst is one such software. PVSyst is one of the most well-known softwares out there, and it is most widely used as well. There are many simulation softwares currently out there in the market, but PVSyst is one which is accepted almost globally. PVSyst is also one of the oldest softwares out there. In fact, I have been using PVSyst since almost 2010, that is like 10 years. To add to that, I would say that even PVSyst is quite comprehensive and provides us with great results for larger projects, that is utility scale projects. So let us get to know PVSyst a bit better and look at its features. PVSyst software has these features. The first one is system designing. Second, system sizing. Third is creating a shading scene. Post that, it creates a simulation and results. PVSyst in fact can also model storage systems. And some additional features include things like importing data or getting weather data from Meteonom software. We also have the flexibility in PVSyst to add various components. And we also can simulate the aging effect of PV modules in PVSyst. And there are certain other functionalities as well. Let us now look at each functionality in detail. The first one is system design. PVSyst allows us to design our system in the System Designs tab. In this particular tab, we are basically allowed to specify our module, select our inverter. Based on our selection, PVSyst will prompt us for string sizes and so on. The next thing is system sizing. In this, PVSyst allows us to optimize the system design that we did in the previous section of system design and optimize our system a bit further. The next part is 3D shading scene. One of the major or important factors as a solar designer that we are concerned with is the effect of shadows on our modules. With the help of PVSyst, we can create a 3D shading scene to reflect the actual scenario and check the shadows of various objects on our solar plant and also check its effect on the generation. The next part is simulation reports, which gives us an overview of how much energy our system will generate, what kind of losses there are in our system, and also give us an estimate as to where we can improvise. The next and advanced feature of PVSyst includes simulating things like storage systems. If we have a system wherein we are using batteries and we need to calculate how much storage we need, how the system dynamics change with storage and all of that, PVSyst offers that feature as well. The next feature is meteonom. Basically, the solar generation that we get from any site is dependent on the weather out there or the climate data out there. PVSyst provides us a feature wherein we can import the weather data right from Meteonom and include it in our simulation. Meteonom is a third-party software that has a large database of various weather sites from across the world, and it is very convenient for us to locate the weather data for a site of our or for the location of our project. Post that, PVSyst has many features wherein we can add the latest PV modules, latest PV inverters. In cases if the PVSyst database doesn't have them, PVSyst provides us a feature wherein we could add more. After that, PVSyst also gives us a feature known as aging. Aging basically refers to degradation of PV module and the effect of degradation on the energy generation. So just to give you an example, let's say my plant generates 100 units in first year, but as we all know, PV modules degrade by a certain percentage every year. In such cases, if I wish to find out the output for 10th year, I can simply go into PVSyst, specify my degradation parameters and get the output for 10th year. Apart from that, PVSyst also has many features like simulating bifacial modules, creating batch simulations, and other features known as optimization tools, all of which we will be covering in the PVSyst advanced section. So this was with respect to features of PVSyst. Let us now move on and have a look at the software itself. Whenever we launch the PVSyst software, this is the first dashboard that we will see. This particular dashboard is divided into three major parts. The first part is the tools, which is right here. The second part is the system selection or the design selection part, which is right here. And based on your system selection, the third part is the content part, which is right here. Now let us have a look at each feature in more detail.